because there is some kind of relationship, kind of, how can I say, the friendship or some enemy. Okay, it's like a human relationship as well. It's the same thing. For example, wood element produce fire, generate, and fire generate soil, soil generate matter, matter generate water, water generate wood. So if I write it down with the order of generation, it becomes like this. Okay, it becomes like this. So it generates in this way. Okay, so generate means wood generate fire means for the fire to be sufficient or to be strong, it needs wood. Okay, supporter. It's the same thing. The metal to be strong, it needs soil. Okay, and water, for not water to be strong, it needs metal. So generate means it nourishes, it makes strengths. Okay. Okay, there's another relationship called kind of enemy. It is not generating, but it is restricting. Okay. For example, wood restrict soil, soil restrict water, water restrict fire, and fire what restrict matter, and matter restrict wood. Okay, so this is restriction. Restriction means it restricts not to be too big. So when wood restricts soil, the soil cannot grow well because the wood is restricting the soil. Why it has this kind of relationship? Because this nature needs to be balanced. If there is always a generation only, it always become bigger. So it will be excessive. So it needs a kind of balance to be restricted. So there is always someone is restricting, someone is generating, someone is restricting to make it balance. Okay. For example, wood generate fire, but water is restricting the fire, not to be too excessive, right? So it is so the nature is making a kind of balance, equilibrium through the generation, and restriction. Okay, so this is a relationship of 5 elements. But when we say the wood is, for example, the restriction is too excessive. For example, wood restricts soil excessively, then soil cannot grow well. So it will be excessively restricted and become very weak. Then the equilibrium in the nature will be breakdown. So in human body, the kind of status we call it a disease. What is health? Health is when yin and yang, or 5 elements, they are all in equilibrium. But when it is destroyed, the equilibrium is destroyed, we call it disease or pathological situation. So all treatment in TCM is to balance the yin yang or balance the 5 elements. Okay. So there is another special words to describe restriction excessively or being restricted excessively or restrict excessively. Okay, for example, wood restrict soil excessively, while soil is being restricted by wood excessively. So this is just difference of special words. It is not that I don't think it's very important to memorize, but usually the TCM exam they usually tested the words. But if you understand that this mechanism, it's okay. I don't care about the words. The most important thing is if you understand it or not. Okay?